Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Faizal Ahmad Fauzi. I'm the immediate past chair for IEEE Malaysia section in charge of the awards and recognition portfolio. But today I'm going to also discuss a bit about the funding opportunities that you can get, okay, in order to fund your activities for your chapter and also student branch. So there are many sources of grants or fund, okay, that you can get, okay, from IEEE. There are many different bodies or foundations or groups, okay, as you can see here, that you can actually apply that actually offers funding, okay, for your activities. Okay, so in the next slide, I'm going to brief a bit about all these available funding. Before that, okay, a bit of explanation on the IEEE organizational governance. Okay, as you can see, they have the board of directors. Okay, and under that, okay, they have the MGA, which is Member and Geographic Activities Board. Okay, and they have the TAB. Okay, the Technical Activities Board. Okay, and then also they have the Publication Service and Products Board, okay, the Educational Activities Board, okay, Standard Association, okay, and IEEE USA, okay, and our section is actually under MGA. Okay, so under MGA, first they have different regions. Okay, altogether we have 10 regions, okay, worldwide, and Malaysia section is under region 10. Okay, region 10 is actually for Asia Pacific. Okay, and under section you have your chapters. Okay, and as you can see from the charts here, the chapters is also have two parents. Okay, one is a section, the other one is a societies. Societies is actually under Technical Activities Board. Okay, so this MGA and TAB are the two boards, okay, applicable to your chapter and also for the section. So there are many sources of funding. Okay, so I'm going to touch a bit on all of this. Okay, first of all, we have the funding from the Malaysia section itself. Then we have the funding from Region 10. Okay, from the different technical societies. Okay, and then we have the funding from the HAC, the Humanitarian Activities Committee. Okay, from IEEE Foundation. Okay, and also for some special projects. Okay, for example, currently we have this COVID-19 pandemic. Okay, you have noticed there is a call for proposal, okay, to help, okay, with the containment or to address, okay, the issue of COVID-19. So basically, there is one example of special projects, okay, that is available for funding. So we'll start with the funding from Malaysia section. Okay, as you probably have already known, okay, we have annual grants. Okay, every chapter and affinity groups. Okay, basically we give them 1,000 ringgit per year in 2 installments. For student branch, we give them 500 per year. Again, on 2 installments. Okay. On top of this, if your chapter or AG is active, okay, then you're also eligible for the active bonus. Okay. Besides the annual grant, okay, we have 3 grants, okay, that can support your activities. The first of which is educational activities. You can request or apply for up to 1,000 ringgit maximum. Okay, under this, okay, any activities that related to educational activities, you can actually request, okay, from the section. Okay, the section will evaluate the proposal, okay, and see if they can actually support, okay, your activities under this fund. The other two are basically for industry relation support fund. Okay, this support fund is specifically for industry track or the standard track. Okay, at a conference. Okay, you can have an industry forum or a standard forum. Okay, at your conference, and you can actually ask for support fund from the section. Okay, in this case, we'll give you a maximum of 300 per event. And for student branch, okay, you can apply for this or ask or request for this student activities support fund. Okay, there are two types of fund available under this category. For membership development, we can give maximum 300 ringgit. Okay, and for some other events, especially the high impact events, okay, we can give out 1,000 ringgit, okay, for each activity. But again, all of this is subject to evaluations, okay, from the section, okay, and then and also of course it depends on the financial health, okay, of the section as well. Okay. Next, we move on to the region 10. Okay, you probably have noticed region 10 previously gave out a lot of funds. Okay, they have the region 10 have different portfolios under them. They have the WIE, they have the YP, they have the educational activities, professional activities, uh, humanitarian technologies, industry relations, and so on. Each one of them used to give out funds, but since 2018, they have replaced all these funds, okay, and they replace it with what they call as a section incentive scheme. Okay, so in this case, basically they don't um, offer the funds anymore, but instead they give the fund directly, one lump sum to the section. Okay, so basically that's the reason why we introduced uh, the support fund from section in the previous slides. Okay, basically we can give you the funds, but eventually we can use it. We can report them as our activities in order for us to apply for this section incentive scheme. Okay, so how this section incentive scheme works is basically we give a report on all the activities that we conducted throughout the year. Usually it's basically from January until around November, okay, of that year. And the region 10 will evaluate them and will decide on how much they can give the incentive for that particular section. So far 2018 and 2019, both years Malaysia section managed to get quite Malaysia section, I would say, is among the top 10, okay, of the recipient for this section incentive scheme. Um, but still, some of the portfolio, for example, these educational activities, instead of giving funds, okay, they tweak it a bit. They give out what we call this challenge. Okay, for example, here they have this Region 10 EA New Innovative Challenge, but compared to a fund, okay, fund basically they can give out quite a number. They can give out, let's say, 10 funds altogether for funds for 10 projects, for example, for the whole year. But here under this challenge, they can only give, as you can see at the bottom there, uh, they have only 2 winners and 2 runners up, and maybe one commendation support. Okay, so basically probably only 5 projects, okay, that can actually uh, win this particular support fund. Okay, but for this particular support fund, but still, if you have a great idea about educational activities, okay, please by all means you can apply this. Okay, the submission deadline is 17th April. Okay, so we have probably about 1 week more. Okay, and then they will come up with a decision by May 15th. Okay, uh, in previous years, okay, we do have submissions from Malaysia section uh, selected here for this proposal. Okay, so we have quite a good track record of getting this grant. So by all means, if you have a good proposal, okay, please do apply for this EA New Innovative Challenge. Okay, so again, as I mentioned, they are under Region 10. They have many different portfolios. Okay, although the section incentive scheme have replaced most of the funds from these portfolios, okay, still there are some, for example, contest or challenge, okay, like the one in the previous slides that you can go for. For example, the professional activities or PA challenge, okay, also is a possibility, okay, but not much detail is known for this yet. We have to wait for the announcement. Should come out soon. And HAC also we have they have their initiate program supporting fund, okay, that you can apply to support impactful humanitarian activities. Again, wait for announcement. Okay, I don't have much detail about this yet. Okay, and if you are planning for TISP program, TISP stands for Teacher in Service Program. Okay, this one is actually under educational activities as well. They have this specific fund to support, okay, this TISP workshop. So TISP workshop, what happened is that we are using the TISP module, okay, under IEEE to train school teachers, okay, in improving, okay, STEM teaching and learning at their school. Okay, and last year we worked with Ministry of Education, so we conducted quite a lot of this TISP workshop. Okay, and we trained quite a lot of teachers as well. So it's quite a, I would say, impactful activities. Okay, if you also would like to try this TISP support fund, okay, by all means, please do. But probably contact our EA committee, which is Dr. Hafiz, okay, and then we can discuss more about it. Okay, so besides Region 10, okay, you can also look for funding from your technical societies. Okay, so usually every technical societies will at least have this distinguished lecture program. Okay, and some societies will have other kind of funds like humanitarian activities. Okay, but different society will have different kind of support. So please check with your respective technical societies. Okay, we have IEEE have, I think, about 40 technical societies. In Malaysia, we have close to 30 chapters. So please check, especially if you are joint chapter, please check your all your parents' societies for the kind of supports that they provide. Okay. Next, we have this humanitarian activities committee. Okay, so this HAC fund, okay, they provide quite a lot of fund and quite a big amount as well. Okay, so altogether, they have these 4 different funds that you can go for. Okay. Um, uh, this fund basically supports activities related to humanitarian activities or sustainable development goals, etc. And there are 4 types of funds called the HAC projects, site projects, HAC events, and HAC conference participation program. Okay, I'm going to discuss brief about this, each one of these in the next slide. So the first one, HAC project. Okay, this is quite a what you call, the amount is quite big. Okay, the budget basically they can support between 20,000 USD and 60,000 USD, and we do have one proposal recently, okay, from UTM. Okay, they have a UTM have a site group. They apply for this, and then basically they got around 20,000 USD, okay, to carry out projects, humanitarian projects in kampung orang asli somewhere. Okay, so if you have any ideas, okay, you can go for this project. You can go for this fund, okay, HAC project. Usually they have several calls a year. Yes, you can see there the first call already over, okay, in March. The next call, okay, the deadline will be in 1st June. So you can go for this. Okay. So if you need more information, we have section have a particular committee members in charge of HAC, Dr. Robia. Okay, in fact, she is the one that actually getting the USD 20,000 grant, okay, recently. Okay, so she's the best person to advise you if you are interested in this kind of grant and project. Next, we have the site project. Okay, still under HAC. Okay, site stand for Special Interest Group on Humanitarian Technology. Here they support projects with amounts between 1,000 and 19,999. So basically, as you can see from the previous slide, HAC project Okay, it can go from 20,000 until 60,000. So this side project is smaller than that. So basically smaller than 20,000. Okay, but over 1,000. Again, there are 3 calls. Okay, so in this case, the projects not as big as the previous slides, the HSC projects. Okay, but there are still 3 calls. Again, the first call already over in March. Okay, next the second call this year. Okay, the deadline will be 18 May. So this is a good time if you want to apply for this. The next grant is HAC event. Okay, so this one is a bit different from side project and HAC project, because this one is not a project, it's an event. Okay, event, for example, can be a tracks in a conference, a workshop, okay, or a sessions, anything that are aligned with the HAC's vision. For example, if you have a conference, you have a HAC track, meaning you call for papers that related to humanitarian activities, then basically you can apply for this. Okay, so for this they can accept proposal up to 15,000 USD. Again, they have several calls. Okay, I think the first call is by invitation only. It's already over in January. So the next deadline is 20th April. Probably it's probably 10 days away. Okay, probably you won't have much time for this. So the next uh, deadline after that is 20th July. So probably you can take your time to properly write your proposal, okay, before submitting for this. So the last one of this HAC grant is the conference participation program. Okay, this is to provide partial scholarships to attend, okay, conferences related to humanitarian technology. Okay, for example, they have this IEEE conference on humanitarian technology, okay, HTC, and at Region 10 also they have Region 10 HTC conference. This year, 2020, they are going to have it in Kuching. So if you're interested to attend those conference, then you can actually apply for this conference participation program. Okay. The objective is to facilitate more extensive networking, okay, sharing of experience, partnership building, and so on. Okay, by attending these HT conferences. Okay, so first call of submission this year already over in February. So the next one will be in May 29th, to be more specific. Okay, so please do, if you are interested in this HT, attending any of these HT conference, okay, by all means, please do apply for this. So besides the HAC, IEEE also have IEEE Foundation. Okay, so there are many different projects under this. For example, they have the Smart Village, okay, Epics, and so on. Okay, I'm going to touch a bit on one of these, which is Epics. Okay, but first of all, for this foundation grant, okay, the purpose is they will support projects that educates the public about the potential for emerging technologies to improve the quality of life. Okay, so for this grants, okay, it's open from 1st March, and I think you have until 3rd July if you want to apply. Okay, and then they will notify you in sometime in December. The funding range is between $5,000 and $100,000. Okay, in the next slide, I'm going to show the kind of projects that managed to secure this particular grant. Okay, duration of the project is no longer than 12 months. Okay, and if you apply this year, then the project should commence 1st January 2021. Okay, if you need more details, you can go to this link given at the bottom. So this is an example of the grants awarded in 2009. Okay, so for example here they have the Souk Itaka, okay, by the Lebanon section. Okay, they managed to secure 32,000 USD, okay, to carry out this project. Okay, so this project basically to support awareness campaign to education for the general public. okay, on sustainable green energy solutions, okay, to solve the perpetual power deficit in Lebanon. Okay, another example is the IEEE Power Electronics Society. Okay, they was awarded. So this one is basically a society. They got awarded 15,000 USD. Okay, to host the energy access workshop. Okay, so this is also applicable. I mean, you can apply for this kind of activities under this grant. Okay. Some other activities, supercomputers. This one given to the Los Alamos and Northern New Mexico section. Okay, and engineering resilience to drought and wildfires given to Buenaventura section. Okay, this one is a section in the US. Okay, so if you go to the website, you can see all different kind of projects have been granted in 2019 and also the previous years. Okay, this is also some other example. Okay, in region 8 and also region 10. So next will be this EPICS grant. Okay, EPICS stands for Engineering Projects in Community Service. So this one supports any activities regarding community service. Okay, especially the one that organizes university and high school students. Okay, working on engineering related projects. Okay, and also address specific local needs. Okay, as defined by community service partner. Okay, for more information, you can go to this particular link at the bottom. Okay. Um, so in this slide, I just want to highlight, okay, for this EPICS, basically you can go for projects, okay, with amount ranging from 1,000 to 10,000 USD per project, okay, and it's open throughout the year, okay. Collaboration with local high school is very much encouraged, okay, and yeah. So this is example of EPICS project approved before. Okay, in fact, we have a couple from Malaysia section. Okay, one from UITM. Okay, development of hand cycle for children with movement disorder. Okay, they managed to secure 2,000 USD, and also from Swinburne. Okay, on developing real-time activity recognition for children with communication and social interaction disabilities. Okay, they managed to secure 4,000 USD. Okay, and some other examples you want to see. Okay, these are all projects from region 10, okay, that managed to secure this grant. Okay, so I think that's all. There are a lot of grants, okay, and we do have successful proposal before. So again, if you're interested to apply for any of these grants, you can reach out to section. Okay, we can also try to give guidance. Okay, for example, some of the grants we do have a particular committee in charge of that particular portfolio. For example, the HAC. Okay, or if you don't have that, for example, EPICS, we don't have a particular committee in charge, but we can uh, link you, okay, to somebody who has managed to won the grant before. Okay, so I think that's all from me. All the best. Okay, please do apply for this grant if you have a good idea. Okay, again, recently probably have received a call for proposals, okay, regarding COVID-19 outbreak. Okay, again, this is also part of that is also part of a special grant, okay, given by IEEE. So please take advantage of this, okay, and apply. And I believe we have a good record of securing all this grant, and all the best. Thank you.